Friends and blogger viewers, welcome. It is currently 9:48 p.m. Earlier this morning, in the early morning, I brought you a 6 o'clock a.m. earthquake update, and Mother Earth was still asleep. As I stated in that update, if you haven't yet checked it out, go and watch that update and then come in this one and visit the differences of what you're going to see. As I mentioned, how Mother Earth later on through the day will be waking up, and it's going to be quite a bit of activity, and sure enough, I guess I predicted it right, folks. Now, it is August 9th, 2016. Take a look at California. A total, you guys, 9 earthquakes, ladies and gentlemen, that struck this whole area. This is 9 earthquakes, you guys. This is today and the most current activity going on. Take a look here. Near Upper Lake, California, 9 of them. 5.1 magnitude quakes. That is a lot of activity just for that one spot in California by itself. Now, just near this area, now before I get into this, here's something I want to mention. And only a couple people, and you know who you are, and thank you. And there was one lady I met, and what a sweetheart. You know who you are, and it's such a pleasure to meet you as well. I hope we get to chat a lot more. And you guys, what many don't recognize now, Yellowstone volcano, yes, indeed, is a very devastating explosion if it was to happen. Now, Yellowstone is very active. There's a lot of activity going on. Of course, the earthquakes. Every time I bring you guys earthquake updates, there's so much stuff going on, and it is scary because you just don't know where it's gonna burst first, if it's gonna be California or somewhere else around the world. Now here is where it gets crazy, guys. I bring this up and I always mention it when I make comments to other channels I follow, and it just seems like people just ignore it. Either it freaks people out, which for one, I'm not trying to scare nobody, and two, it's no BS. This is a fact, and what I'm gonna say certainly can happen and will happen in the right magnitude earthquake. Now, everybody does this. Now, you got Dutch Sense, the earthquake guy as well, and man, I follow him all the time. I always love to watch his channel because me and Dutch Sense always bring a uniqueness to all you viewers, and there's only very few who bring great updates to you guys. Now, one thing, and this goes for everybody out there, you people have no clue what the heck is the worst disaster Mother Earth could ever have. And you guys think that an earthquake disaster or a super volcano is bad? You guys better wake up, man. I'm not joking. Now, again, I'm not trying to freak nobody out. Probably young kids probably shouldn't listen to what I'm going to say. I do have a couple young viewers, and it does spook out a lot of the young ones as well, but it's a freaking reality, you guys. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. Look at the example right here. Now, you got 9 earthquakes at 5.1s that struck just this spot alone in Upper Lake, California. This is today. All you're seeing is today, latest earthquake activity. Now, there's live nuclear bombs all over the world, and we got thousands and thousands of nuclear weapons. And you guys, that's not even including the ones that have been tested from the 60s and 50s. Don't forget Nevada, you guys. For those who don't know, did you know Nevada has done right under 2,000 nuclear tests? I bet you didn't know that one. Do your research and check it out for your own self. I got a video here explaining all the nuclear tests and the amount of activity been done. You guys, that's the problem with Mother Earth and why she is so sick. Not with just because Fukushima and the lakes going into our ocean and killing all half of the sea. You guys, all the nuclear testing done is what screwed this planet up. That was the worst mistake that could have ever happened, and it was the baddest, the dumbest idea to ever create. Now, not just California. This goes for all over the world, you guys. Arizona has nukes. All over there's a nuclear weapon. Now, this is not even including the nuclear bombs that have 10 to 15 warheads on each one. 10 to 15 nuclear warheads on each one. And we have a few hundred of those as well. Now, one thing that you people have no freaking clue All it takes is just the right magnitude earthquake to just hit and set off a nuclear bomb. Doesn't matter what nuclear bomb, because half of the nuclear bombs around the world are active. They're set and ready. So you guys better wake up, because if you think Yellowstone and all this other stuff that everyone's so worried about think that that's the worst case scenario, you guys got something else to freaking keep up in front of your eyeballs. Because let me tell you one thing. If this was occur, and it can happen, and God forbid, I hope it doesn't, it would be the worst scenario for every living life form in this planet Earth. Say for an example, if California was to have a big 8.7 or a 9.0 magnitude earthquake, you guys have any idea? Because don't forget, this is not even including the power plants around the world too. Those are like nuclear bombs too. But if this was to happen, which it is highly possible, you guys, it's no BS, this is a fact. I'm not trying to scare nobody, I'm telling you guys the damn truth and trying to let people realize whether you want to hear it or not. All it takes, you guys, is just one great magnitude earthquake to set off and trigger a nuclear weapon, whether it's got 10 or 15 warheads or it's a single nuclear bomb, to go off and trigger a domino effect, setting off the other one, and that one setting off the other one, and then next on, what happens? You got the rest of the world rumbling, and then bam, it's continuing on. Nuclear bombs start to explode throughout the rest of the world. You guys ever think about that? I bet you didn't. Here's another one I want to mention too, because people ignore this also. People are so busy in their daily lives. I get it. We're all struggling. We're all trying to make ends meet. Now, here's another one. This is gonna make you people really open your mind and wake up, man. Now you guys just learned something you didn't know about these earthquakes setting off a nuclear bomb, which would put this planet into pieces. It would just explode this planet into nothing, you guys. There ain't nothing gonna survive such an incident, and it can happen. And like I said, God forbid, I hope it doesn't. But here's another thing before I get back into these updates. Now, a lot of you people don't even have a clue how many bodies have been buried, how many souls that Mother Earth has consumed from the day of humankind stepped foot on this earth. From Viking days, the gladiator days, the Roman Empire days, all the way up through Egyptians. You people have no clue that we are living on a freaking floating cemetery. Now, if that's not deep enough, I don't know what else is. Because it's eerie. When this thoughts came through my head, it's like, man, this is the worst case scenario. And then when I was mentioned about the floating cemetery, that scared the you know what out of me. And I didn't want to think about it, but it's true, you guys. We are living on a floating cemetery. Think about it. And don't forget to think about all these earthquakes that are occurring. All it takes is one earthquake with just the right magnitude to set off a nuclear weapon and create a very nasty domino effect. Nobody realizes that, you guys. And you people are too focused thinking Yellowstone and all this other stuff. You guys, that's not even the worst. The worst is what I just mentioned to you. That's the worst case scenario. And it is freaking creepy, man. I'm not kidding. And like I said, I didn't bring this up to freak anybody out, you guys. It freaks me out, but it's a fact. And it can and could happen at just the right magnitude earthquake. Now, next, let's get into this earthquake update, because I don't want to hog anybody else's time up. You guys, there's a lot of you that want to just go continue browsing YouTube and check out other channels, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to go check out Dutch Sense. Dutch Sense, much love to you. Two Pitbulls, Colin Colbert, Frisky Blitz, Legit, Dabu777, as well JTRC. You guys, man, you guys love RC cars, go check that dude out. He's got a superb channel, man. Now, let me get into this, you guys. Don't forget about Frisky Blitz also. Now, here we are. Again, 9 earthquakes that hit California. Lots and lots of magnitude quakes. Don't forget, just right below here as well. Here we go. Just right below that, 2 earthquakes in the same city, near King City, California, with a 3.3 magnitude. And coming up on further, ladies and gentlemen, with a 2.2 that struck east-northeast Manadero BCMX. Now, coming over here in Missouri. Missouri never always gets such activity, and Missouri's getting hit with activity as well. And also 5 miles northwest of East Prairie, Missouri. Look at this, a 2.8 magnitude. Also following on up even closer, folks. I mean, this stuff is just getting ridiculous. I just don't know how much more to explain it, and it's not fun at all. Like earlier when 6 o'clock this morning, I did an update, and look at tons and tons of magnitude earthquakes that just bam strike the whole area. So don't forget, take a look here, Oklahoma. 7 earthquakes, you guys, struck this area alone in Oklahoma. These are all today's activity. Washington. Take a look in Washington, a 2.1 magnitude, and also, believe it or not, Canada. I don't know what's going on in Canada, but Canada, 2 miles south of Princeton, Canada, you guys, with a 2.3 magnitude earthquake. Quite a bit of activity, and also take a look over here. 4 earthquakes near Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and just right near that, folks, 3 of them near Charlotte, Amalie, U.S. Virgin Islands. 3 earthquakes at 3.1 magnitude. Take a look here, El Salvador with a 4.6. Following on up in Costa Rica, ladies and folks, look at here with a 4.5 magnitude, and also coming up on down further, another 4.6 magnitude earthquake, and it coming on down just past Ecuador in Peru, southeast of Jin, Peru, 11 miles of 4.6 magnitude earthquake. Coming on down further, folks, take a look here again, 4.2 in Calamachill, and also 4.5 magnitude, 60 miles west of La Paz, Chile. And Chile's been getting hit a lot in this area, folks. Also, let's go ahead and zoom out just a little bit, give you guys a little bit more view and everything else of what's going on. Now, 2 earthquakes in the same spot. Take a look here. 3.1 magnitude that hit Alaska. Also, coming on over here, 2 more earthquakes at 2.5 magnitudes just further on down over, and just not too far away. This is Boulder Islands, Alaska, with a 3.1 magnitude earthquake, folks. And also coming up over here with a 2.2 and ending with a 3.5. So quite a bit of activity going on, folks, and just Mother Earth is waking up. And like I said this morning, now take a look. We're continuing to do the update. This is live every single time while we're going through this. I'm always getting updated. Now, California went from 7 earthquakes, and then as I just started, we had 9. Just now, California just had 2 big earthquakes again. Now there's a total of 11 earthquakes, you guys. While I was doing this update, now we're back. Look at this, 11 earthquakes today total. 5.1 magnitude earthquakes, you guys. When I just started, there was only 7 earthquakes. I get updated very frequently, so every time when an earthquake occurs, I get updates right away. When I started, there was 9 earthquakes. Now, right when we were starting to get in, after we talked about Alaska, take a look here now. 11 earthquakes, you guys. 5.1 magnitude. California is getting the you-know-what shake out of it. What's next later on? I'm going to keep an eye out, and I'll probably be doing a late update later on today. So a total of 11 earthquakes strike near the west coast of California. This is near Upper Lake, California, you guys, and now there's been a total of 11. It went from 7, 9, now at 11 earthquakes. What's next, man? It just doesn't stop, you guys. California has got something going on today, and I hope that just stops. I hope that's the end of these earthquakes. I mean, just within the last few minutes doing this update with you folks, and now we're at 11 earthquakes already. Unfreaking believable. Now, Napupu, Hawaii. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but that's exactly what it says. Napupu, Hawaii. Now, 2 earthquakes strike that area as well, and those are 2.9. Also, take a look here. 26 miles northeast of Pekin, North Mariana Islands with a 4.8 magnitude, and following on up with a 4.3 in China. And also, in Kazakhstan, 19 miles southeast of that area with a 4.5 magnitude quake. And take a look here, just recently 2 earthquakes struck Indonesia, both of them one on top of another with a 4.9 magnitude earthquake. Just right near that, within 20 miles This is in Calbay, Philippines, you guys. A single earthquake at a 5.4 magnitude earthquake. That just topped off the earthquakes in California, but it didn't top off the amount of earthquakes California had. And then, being that I just recently got updated, you saw for yourself the live update and the changes. 11 earthquakes, 5.1. Freaking ridiculous. Now, take a look here. 77 miles south-southeast of Banda Aceh, Indonesia with a 4.5 magnitude quake. Coming on down with the west-southwest of New Zealand with a 5.0 magnitude earthquake. Don't forget Lapel, Chile, and also the 4.2 that struck just 61 miles southwest of Calama, Chile, you guys. Mother Earth is waking up, and I wonder what's next for California, man. Unbelievable. This is the first time that I've done an update with you guys. I just refreshed the page. So far, a total of 11 quakes, you guys. Mother Earth is waking up, and especially California. And remember how I mentioned about those nuclear weapons? You guys wake up and really take it in, because it's a fact and it can happen. And especially with what's going on in California. California does have a couple live nukes also, you guys. We have live nukes all over the world. Everywhere. Arizona has nuclear weapons. This is not even including all of the power plants throughout all over each state and through the world. Very creepy. So you guys, thumbs up. Keep your heads up high. Be safe, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not an IER subscriber, become an Info Entertainment Review subscriber today. I always usually give my shout outs, like you just said. Two Pitbulls, much love to you. Colin Colbert, Frisky Blitz, Dabu777, and as well, Dutch Sense and Leafy is here. You guys, much love. Continue on, and thank you to the rest of my subscribers out there. Love all you. Thank you, guys. Be safe, everybody. This is IER, Info Entertainment Reviews.